My daughter chose her stepfather over me because I could not afford the life that she wanted. 10 years later, she wants to come back to my life and use me for my money. I have a daughter from my previous marriage. I was way too young at the age of 20 for my high school sweetheart, Diane. We got married at the age of 22 after we graduated college. Diane was rich. She didn't want me to work, so I was just a house husband. My daughter was the apple of my eye. I gave everything to her. She was my world. She and I were close, and I never doubted that I would not be alone in this world as long as I had her. That is until 10 years ago, I found out that my wife was cheating on me with a young colleague of hers. And what is worse is that my 15-year-old daughter knew about it. She hid the affair from me. Imagine how broken I was. I was betrayed by two people I care most in this world. I asked her why she did that. Why did she hurt me? She responded that her mom told her not to. She bought her gifts to keep her mouth shut, and having a young stepdad made her popular amongst kids. I was blindsided when I learned my wife took my little girl to meet that man. They made excuses that they went on a ski trip and they took her lover with them. I felt like a fool at that time. In the divorce ruling, my daughter chose my ex over me. I was heartbroken. My daughter didn't want to visit me after it was all done. I even tried to reach out to her once she turned 18, but she just refused. At that point, I gave up and went on with my life. I would still get sad over the years, wondering how she was doing. I did move on and met someone who was a single mother of 2 boys. I married her, and she got pregnant again a few days after our wedding. Her pregnancy was a nightmare. I wanted to meet my daughter and tell her she would be a sister to a baby boy. Her labor was painful. She almost died on the spot after giving birth to my son. I still wanted to meet my daughter, but I knew she did not want to see me, so I just gave up the idea. Over the years, the memories of her just became vague as I immersed myself in my new family. A week ago, I got a series of messages from her on my Facebook. She said she missed me a lot and wanted to meet me. It took me by surprise. Over the last 10 years, she has not contacted me. Now she wants to see me? Why? I have been going over every possible reason. The worst part is that I do not feel excited about it. I know I should be over the moon as a father, but I am not. My parents and wife know that. They have been pushing me to meet her. They say I need closure. After all, she is my daughter. But I don't know if I want to relive the same trauma, so am I wrong? I checked her social media last time 5 years ago. The last post I saw was with her stepfather, and the caption said, "To the best dad in this world." I felt heartbroken. I scrolled through her feed. There was no mention of me. As if I never existed in her life. Update, I finally met my daughter after so many years. She was not a girl anymore. She was a woman. She looked taller than I remember. I asked her to meet me in a public park. I asked my wife to be somewhere near so she could see me. My daughter came 5 minutes after I arrived. She was all grown up. I won't lie. I wanted to cry at that spot, but I held my composure. She said hi to me, and I smiled. I commented that she has grown up and looks really nice. She just nodded. We sat down, and it was silent. I was expecting her to say something initially, but I finally asked what she was up to these days. She told me she was doing fine. She just finished college and is going to apply for grad school. I said that is great. Then it was awkward silence again. She broke the silence and said, "You must be wondering why I contacted you." I replied, "You haven't tried to contact me for 10 years, but why now? I cannot help but wonder why you are trying to contact."